Hello twin flames, welcome to my channel and welcome to your daily energy check-in. As a lot of you know, this week we have a special event happening in the esoteric world, in the energy space. Let's call it the landscape portal, or the 8-8, and this year it's 888 portal. It's activating our powers, our talents. It's essentially stirring the energy up for us to be able to blossom, to go to the next level, to expand and essentially live our best life and realize who we truly are. So today I want to do a reading that's dedicated to the portal. We've actually done, over the last few days, I've been doing different types of readings with different focus, but one way or the other they had to do with 8-8 portal, just because we're already in that energy and we will stay in it for a few days after the actual 8th of August. So what I wanted to today is I brought my Angels and Ancestors deck, so we'll get a message from the ancestors, but it will be, because it's such, the veil is so thin during this time, and it's such a profound connection with our guides, with our ancestors, with the divine, with the universe, whatever you call it, whatever it is in your belief system, that I feel like it's the best time to ask the ancestors for guidance of what is it we're supposed to do, what are we supposed to make out of all these big energies that are coming into our environment, into our space. And then of course we'll do our daily reading, but with that notion in mind. So without further ado, let's start. And the first card is going to be for Divine Feminines watching. So what's the message from the ancestors for Divine Feminine Twin Flame Collective during this portal time? What do we need to know? Of course, remember this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, I do take requests for those. You can either email me or you can go to my website, mindfulbamboo.com, and order a reading for yourself. Shaman, trust in higher forces. Wow, that's definitely a sign for me in something. Let me read the divination message just so that we can. Okay, so there are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So that's your main task, Divine Feminines. Move into the state of trust. So call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles that you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct the situation and come out on top. The Shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. Beautiful. I love it already. Shamans are healers first and foremost. So know that, especially if you are getting some messages of guidance, some downloads, and you don't know in the moment what they mean, why they're coming into your attention, write them down, take note, and you'll figure it out. But know that there is a meaning there for sure, either for your personal story or for the entire collective. And a lot of times it's like those two are not mutually exclusive. So whatever is going to be helpful and profound for your situation, for where you are in life right now, is going to be powerful and helpful for a lot of people out there. For masculines, we have Knight. Be brave and honest. Yeah, we've been getting that story for a while now. But yeah, we read that message. Let's read this one. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there is opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by a light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. If you're longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through with your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. Nice. That's again speaking to that bravery that comes from the heart chakra. Let's see what we have with tarot. I'll be using the Light Seers Tarot today. So, what is happening with the twins during this portal time? The next one is what is the outcome from this portal, and the third one is going to be messages between the twins. And that's what we're going to do. High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Yes, so this is the time to dive deep into your psychic powers, into your intuition, to see what comes up to you, to get the guidance on the deepest level on what is important right now. And also an explanation. I'm hearing for some it's very important to understand why certain people, places, and situations are in your life, or you have attracted them, right? If it's not obvious to you, if it causes anxiety or pain, right, that could be your priority to figure it out. Look at that, burdens, yeah. A lot of times you need that understanding to be able to completely heal it and release it. Feminines, the energy at this time, Queen of Pentacles clarified by Ten of Swords. This is like Phoenix rising from the ashes, essentially. This is like, how do you, if life give you lemons, you make lemonade kind of energy, right? So this is you realizing how you can transmute the pain and suffering that you've endured, that you had to go through. And it could be very recent, it could be something from a long time ago, maybe even from your childhood, right? And you're just now realizing how much pain was inflicted upon you at that time. But right now you are in a powerful place and you can make a lot out of it. And you can create space where you don't have to go through this again, and people around you who you care about or who you can extend towards, who you feel guided to help, to guide, to serve. You can help them to avoid this kind of pain and create something kind and beautiful, whatever that mission is for you. For masculines, we have, what's interesting, Knight of Pentacles clarified by King of Pentacles. So we actually have a couple. The feminines got Queen of Pentacles and masculines got King of Pentacles. There you go. So there's a lot that's coming together for the twins during this energy where they can actually see themselves as life partners in a very practical 3D way, right? So not just like, oh yes, we were meant to be, our souls have a connection, but this is like exactly like, okay, I see that masculine as my spouse, as the father, mother of my children. I see how we can be running the household together, all these kind of things. I even see how our dreams align in terms of what we can do for mission. And the same way for the masculines, they see feminines as their spouse, the mother, father of their children, somebody who will help bring out the best out of them, will take care of them, and they see how that will match, how that will work. But right now, masculines don't really have a complete view of how to get there, right? So we've spoken about this card already. We've seen it in the readings recently, where it's like the universe is giving masculines clues, or like this kind of, well, let's call them clues so they know where to go next. It's like a scavenger hunt where you get a clue for the next clue and then you need to get there. So they're getting these clues like that, and they don't really see, they understand where they're supposed to be somehow, but their logic fails when they're trying to understand how do they get from where they are now to over there, right? So that still doesn't match, but it's work in progress, because actually Knight and King are just like one level away, and they can feel it, that there is more clarity, there is more meaning coming in, and they can see a bigger picture now, how the current events connected to that to be picture. Okay, what's the outcome of this portal time for the feminines? Temperance and Knight of Wands. So new passion coming in. It could be a new person, could be a new opportunity in mission. It could be even a new hobby idea, something creative, right? But it's coming in from a place of balance, of masculine and feminine, of external, internal. It's a much more healed place, right? So there will be divine intervention. Temperance is usually Archangel Michael, and even this guy actually has wings behind him, if you can see. So the angels, the guides are helping you get into a more healed space where this passion can actually come in, where you have the capacity to receive it, to process it, to understand what does it mean to you in terms of how you want to live your life, what do you want to do with it. For masculines, we have 0 of Wands clarified by 4 of Pentacles. For masculines, the outcome is letting go and surrendering to what is coming in. This is not just like to have a wall between them and everybody else in the world and like triple checking everyone and everything. Is like, let's see if you're really good for me. Let me test you for a while and then I'll decide if your feelings are true. Something along those lines. This is letting go of those patterns and letting more let go and let God, they say. So being more in that vibe of like, okay, so this is coming into my life. I need to, to interact for some reason, right? And I can ask for advice. I can just sometimes wait and see what happens with it, right? I don't always have to run away from it or shield myself immediately and distance myself. So it's a more energy of trust, actually. That's something that we speak about in this card. Message from masculine to feminine. Wow, Knight of Cups clarified by Page of Wands. So from feminine to masculine. Feminines want this experience with romance, with sharing something beautiful, and even if it's cheesy and maybe a little childish, but they want to hear about masculine's dreams, how they see the future, what they want to build with the feminines. They're interested in all of it. They understand though that it can start small. It doesn't have to go from a 0 to level 50 quickly, right? But this is the intention. This is the wish that they want to get fulfilled, and they are patient. They are ready to wait for that to come through naturally. Message from masculine to feminine. Oh my god, I always see the Empress here. I mean, seriously, you can't make this up. King of Cups clarified by the Empress. So once again, masculines are saying there's so much inspiration and support, and sometimes even competition that they feel from the feminine, that it helps them grow as a person, it helps them become more mature, it helps them want things that they never thought that they would want, like those seemed boring or something that they would do when they're 70 or something like that, and now they're like, I want all of that, even if the masculine is 20 years old. It's like a lot more there's a lot of times at a younger point in time, there's like that experimentation phase where I want to just press all the buttons and try everything and see what happens, right? And then with age, there's more wisdom and you naturally slow down, your body slows down, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm too old for this now. And they don't feel like they're too old for any of that stuff, but they're like, you know what, that's not even interesting to me anymore. What's interesting is this grown-up stuff, right? It's making something of myself so I can be the head of the family, so I can provide for my family, my own family, so I can be an example in my community, so I can create a better future for children, my own and others. Things like that, like these big thoughts are coming in and they're still sitting with it and processing, right? But at this time, they're not running away from them. They're not pushing them away because that may not be cool or their friends wouldn't understand, right? So this is more of this energy of acceptance. But essentially, if it's a message, actual conversation, then masculines are sending their appreciation for having feminines in their life and being able to impact them in such a profound way. And of course, like it's always like I was saying, an inspiration and a desire. Right, so that was your 8-8 message. I might do a blog article as well. I have a couple of videos coming out that I want to record and post that are not going to be tarot, but will be some food for thought. And as I was mentioning before, I will be sharing a lot more of my personal stories in the blog and kind of the conclusions I drew out of it, because I'm being guided to do that, and it feels like it's going to be helpful for you guys essentially. So I'm actually very interested and I'm curious how it's going to work out, and I'm excited. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with others if you resonate with it. If you like what I'm doing, please support me. And until next time.